What is up, guys? All right, it's the beginning of the week, and of course it's my favorite, leg day. So for today's leg day, I'm gonna do a muscle endurance workout. I'm combining endurance exercises with power exercises to create that lean, defined leg figure. So normally I always just do muscle endurance training, but today I'm actually doing it for class purposes. And so I'm gonna go through every exercise that I did and give you like the exact reps, tempo, sets to do along with these exercises. So there's a whole bunch of different components in fitness, but I'm choosing muscle endurance today because it's giving you the strength that you need as well as the leg power. And this is great for anyone who's in like athletics, anyone looking like to compete in competition, or just having a slim figure. So I love being strong in my legs. My legs is probably one of the strongest parts of my body, but I don't want to be bulky in my legs. I'm Thunder Thigh Nation, but I keep it lean. That's what I want. I want to see that cut in my legs, that teardrop quad, without it being too overboard. So from these sets, reps, and tempo that we're doing today in today's workout, this is what's gonna actually create that muscle endurance in your legs. I just finished the workout and it's definitely a killer. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go through each exercise from every superset, and from there just explain it to you, and then you can do it yourself. All right, so if you keep up with my videos, you know that I love doing different supersets and drop sets and everything in my workouts. But for today's purpose, for muscle endurance, what I'm gonna be doing is doing a reverse drop set. So on my supersets, I have, most of my exercises are supersets except for like the last two. But in those supersets, a reverse drop set is when you start heavy and then drop the weight down lighter. So pretty much you're gonna start heavy but have a lower amount of reps, and then as you decrease the weight, your rep count goes up. The reason that you do this for muscle endurance training is because you're putting force on those muscles, and as your legs start to tire out and everything, you're gonna keep going but higher repetition, and it's gonna make you push through that fatigue. All right, so the key here, we're not gonna do rounds in these supersets. We're gonna take between a 75 to a 90-second rest. During muscle endurance training, you're normally gonna rest between 0 to 90 seconds, and then for power training, you're gonna rest between 3 to 5 minutes. So what I'm doing here is I'm combining that and putting like a little middle number in for our strength, endurance, and power exercises. All right, for this first superset, I'm sticking with 3 sets. We're gonna have a back squat and then a jumping squat to a jumping lunge. All right, in those squats, you don't wanna break form, especially if you're going heavy. If you're going heavy, stay looking up. That's gonna help keep your spine aligned. I'm gonna make sure feet are pointing forward, drop down to that 90-degree angle. Every time you come up, squeeze at your glutes, squeeze at your quads, your hammies, squeeze everywhere in your lower body. It's gonna help and put that extra emphasis on the leg strength. All right, so right after your first set for the back squat, we're going into a jumping squat to a jumping lunge. Now I just got a new weighted vest, so I'm gonna try that out. For power exercises, you wanna stay between 1 to 10 reps. So we're gonna stay with 10 reps for all 3 sets of this exercise. Every time you go into that squat, count that as 1 rep. All right, so again, back squat, you're going 12 reps, 15 reps, 20 reps. We're gonna keep a 4-2-1 tempo. And then for your jumping squat to a jumping lunge, as fast as you can while being controlled and keeping proper form, we're gonna do 3 sets of 10 on that. Those are superset. So now since I finished that, I would wait about 75, 90 seconds, and then I'd get started with my next set again. But I already did that, so you're only gonna get 1 exercise. Going from a strength endurance exercise to a power exercise builds up those muscle fibers. It helps create your endurance, not just in the body part that you're working, but your overall like lung capacity as well. So you're gonna notice, especially like I have the weighted vest on, that helps a lot. You're gonna notice a significant change from your power, your strength, and just your overall fitness as you combine those 2 together. All right, so next superset's the same thing. We're going 3 sets, 12, 15, 20 of a deep squat and supersetting that with box jumps. 3 sets of 10 reps for those. All right, in these deep squats, we're breaking that 90-degree plane. So I put a box right by the squat rack so that when I squat down, my butt touches the box, and that's how I know I'm getting deep enough. Because sometimes if you don't have anything there, then you think you're going deep, but you're really not going deep, unless if you're watching yourself in the mirror. So it's important to keep your eyes up again, back straight, keep that spine aligned, drop down past that 90-degree angle. When you come up, again, flex everything, your lower body. All right, on these box jumps, as soon as you hop on, stand up all the way, hop off, and right back to it. You don't wanna take too long for a break in between. So the reason I say stand up at the top when you get on the box is because you wanna make sure that your feet get fully on the box. You don't wanna just have your toes on and just hop on, hop off real quick. You wanna get that full movement and range of motion in for your hips. So you have the choice of raising the box 3 different inches on these, or you can stay with the same height of the box. Remember, in these power exercises, you wanna use 30 to 45% of your max intensity. So next up, our superset, we have 2 strength endurance exercises. One focusing mainly on quads, one focusing on hamstrings. Our first one, we're gonna do a leg extension. 3 sets of 12, 15, 20 reps. Make sure you're decreasing the weight every set. Straight from your leg extensions, we're going into a hamstring kickback. On these, I kept the reps the same. We're going 3 sets of 15, just because I'm using a resistance band and I don't wanna switch the resistance bands out too much. I wanna make sure I get that full kickback. If you wanna put even more emphasis on this exercise, hold at the top of every rep. I did a 4-second hold as I extended my legs up and then slowly brought them down. Bring them up fast, hold, slowly bring them down. So muscle endurance is focused on a 4-2-1 tempo. 4 counts up, 2-second hold, 1 count down. But I'm gonna switch it up a little this time just to put more emphasis on our quads. If this makes any sense, I'm going with a 1-4-4 tempo. 1 count up, 4-second hold, 4 count down. Try it out and you'll probably be amazed at how much of a difference that makes in just using your regular tempo. All right, so on those kickbacks, notice how I put a parallel bar in front of me. That's to avoid that excessive lean over. You don't wanna do that because then you can actually really end up damaging your spine. So, put the parallel bar there. Try to stay straight. You can lean over slightly, but you really wanna be focusing and engaging that hamstring muscle. Every time you kick back, flex at your glute, bring your legs slowly back forward, flex back again. We're going at a 4-2-1 tempo here. All right, our last 2 supersets, we're working on calves here. Again, strictly strength endurance exercises. First up, we have elevated calf raises, staying with the 20 rep count here. On this one, I'm gonna add on the weighted vest just to put more emphasis on those calf raises. The key to focus on here is when you go down, go as far down as you can, and as you come up, we're gonna hold again. Focusing on a slow movement here for that endurance. This is for the lean calves, not the big monster calves. So we're going with the 4-4-4 tempo. Straight from there, supersetting a seated calf raise. In these 3 sets, we're gonna decrease the weight again. 12, 15, 20 reps. So the seated calf raises, we're gonna have the same exact tempo as we did as the leg extension. We're gonna go fast up, hold for 4 seconds, and then slowly down with 4 count. After all 3 sets for this, your calves should be sharp. The key between your 2 strength supersets that you have is the rest break. So we added like a 75 to a 90-second rest break after we did our strength endurance and our power supersets. But for our strength endurance supersets only, we're just gonna take between a 0 to a 90-second rest period. I stuck with just a 60-second rest period. The choice is up to you, how hard that you put in, how much intensity you put in, how hard you work, but no more than 90 seconds. All right, we have 2 more individual exercises. The first one is gonna be a walking lunge. 1 set, but you're going for 5 whole minutes. You're gonna alternate between going weighted and body weight only. So first, dumbbells at your side. You're gonna do a walking lunge for 40 yards, and then you're gonna drop the dumbbells, body weight walking lunge, 40 yards. keep repeating that process for 5 minutes. On those walking lunges, 5 minutes can feel like 15 minutes, but you wanna make sure that you keep your form. Back nice, straight, and tall. Drop your back leg to that 90-degree angle. You don't wanna hunch forward. This is definitely focusing on muscle endurance because of the time, and you're having to push through that fatigue in your legs after all these supersets, and it's gonna target every muscle fiber in your legs. All right, right after the weighted and body weight only walking lunges, last exercise, you're going into sprints. I chose to do it with the weighted vest. You have 2 sets of 400 meters. So this will count more in the power section for today's workout. So right after you run your first 400 meters, rest 3 to 5 minutes, and then go ahead, go for your second set. Then you will be complete. You want a full all-out sprint. Even like your second set, try to beat your first time. Challenge yourself, push yourself, and just push through that muscle fatigue, hit your endurance. Don't forget the main focus on these workouts is gonna be your tempo and your intensity. From whatever your 1 rep max is, you wanna find 30 to 45% of that for the power exercises and 50 to 70% for the muscle endurance exercises. Don't cheat yourself on these exercises. This is what's gonna help lean you out. Stay focused and put in the work. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any other video workout requests, let me know and I'll be sure to do that. Don't forget to subscribe, and until then, deuces.